Wake up and smell the adventure with Mackenzie Empire, your passport to a world of extraordinary coffee experiences. Introducing our Brazilian blend, a masterpiece crafted from 100% Arabica coffee beans straight from the heart of Brazil. Immerse yourself in the notes of cocoa powder, caramel, and walnuts. It's not just a coffee, it's a journey to the exotic lands of flavor. For the health-conscious explorers, we present our Manuka Honey Coffee. USDA certified organic coffee, blended with raw New Zealand Manuka honey, organic cane alcohol, organic glycerin, and natural flavors. Pure indulgence that's as sweet as it is satisfying. Elevate your coffee experience with our hemp coffee, where the goodness of hemp meets the richness of coffee. Packed with high protein, omega-3, and omega-6 fatty acids, it's not just a drink, it's a nourishing ritual for your body and soul. But wait, there's more. Dive into the Mushroom Empire Fusion's Lion's Mane and Amp Chaga. A game changer that tastes like coffee but boosts your immune and hormonal systems. It's not just a beverage, it's a blend of science and flavor, designed to keep you energized and balanced. Mackenzie Empire, where every sip is an adventure and every cup tells a story.
Nigga, like, what happened? Talk about studio. What you
Miss Cat, what's goody? What's goody? What's goody?
Hold on.
I gotta put my camera up, y'all. My bad, y'all. I had to fix my camera. I wonder why my camera going down. People, what's good with y'all, man? You welcome back to another great episode of That Tribe, the Gas Mask Tribe.
I had to fix my background. My background was looking crazy. Whew. I just got back from the gym, so I'm looking a hot mess.
Oh, look at her. Look at her. Shit.
I gotta put my hat on. Hey, Gab. Hey,
what's up, King? King is in the building.
I don't know who the real DJ King is, but hey.
That's people's right there.
Hey, from Kitty Cat, there's Tone. Hey, you got your hair done? You got your hair did?
Oh, you like
who braids your hair?
Well, something. You said who braided it?
When you're the girlfriends.
His homeboy.
Nah, his baby papa.
It better not be no homeboy braiding your hair like that.
Say no Diddy.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. Diddy did it. Diddy did it.
I need to let you do my hair. You know how to do hair? You know how to braid?
Yep.
Oh shit. Braid my hair. I just
People, how y'all doing? Welcome back to another great episode of Gas Mask Tribe TV podcast, where we filter out that mother love it. Boom! People, we are talking about some shiznit tonight. Miss Cat, I got your text message talking about we know who it is.
We know the answer to that.
Who it is. People, we talking about why do women play victim, or are just men are just weak? I got some videos that's gonna be talking about that today. We gonna have
Are these one-sided videos? Cause
here we go. All right. Okay.
This is where we going right now, huh, Miss Cat?
chicks ain't got time for one-sidedness.
Oh wow. Miss Cat, before we get into our first video, we gotta have a little dialogue on
This
the
weekend.
title.
The what?
Okay, the title. Matter of fact, look at all that right now. How your week been? Before we get into all that good shit, how your week
I
been?
mean,
The weekend?
my weekend was good. I went to Vegas and got away to unwind.
You went to Vegas, and what did you unwind on?
Just relaxing, R&R. The weather was bad, like it rained.
You got a little boo boo out there.
Huh?
You got a little
boo
boo.
boo out there.
In Vegas? That ain't where you go meet boo boo. Sorry.
She ain't got no
No.
chicken there.
But yeah, so I did that, and then I looked at a whole bunch of the stuff, that's going on with Diddy and everything, and just catching up on that kind of stuff because I was kind of clueless last week, and now I'm caught up.
Huh?
Speaking of some entertainment, before we get into the meat and potatoes, speaking on entertainment, Jay-Z, they talk about Jay-Z. Lauren London paid tribute to Nipsey on his 5th anniversary on his death. I didn't know that. That was pretty good. I'm glad she represented. She had a hard time of getting his money or getting something from his death or whatever. They would.
Wait, is he the girlfriend or something? I mean,
yeah, she the girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
But she was just they were about to be married, and then Lauren London, she had paid tribute to Nipsey's 5th anniversary, 5th anniversary. So shout outs to them.
What'd you do this weekend? Did you do something wholesome? I know you did. You play at someone's church at least?
Hell no.
Tone, did you go to church?
Let me tell you, I went to church and a thing happened.
Hallelujah.
So look, you know how we usually have a conversation about my baby mama, right? From my oldest daughter or whatever. So yesterday, I went and seen her. I went and see my daughter. You feel me? I came over there with an Easter basket. You feel me? Loads of gifts and shit for my baby and shit. And she wouldn't let me go. She was stuck on my fucking hip the whole fucking time.
That means you need to see her more often.
Absolutely, and that was the thing that we talked about and went in depth about it. Her grandparents, they was crying and stuff when we had the conversation, and they were just talking about keeping the family closer.
Yes,
it blew my mind because our last confrontation, it was like not pleasing. You know what I'm saying? So it blew my mind, but I can tell that you feel me, God working.
Yes. Amen. When you do the right things, it all comes around. So just keep doing the right things, and keep, trying to see her on a regular basis and just be a positive role model. Trust me, women are attracted to men who are positive role models. Never forget that, you guys.
Yeah.
Yes, went to church. Yay!
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's great going to church.
Go.
On Easter Sunday.
Oh, good. Did you take the kiddies?
Huh?
Did you take your kids?
No, they didn't go to church.
Boy, we're going to talk offline.
Yeah, we should.
We'll talk live.
You already know I got a little different thing with church, you know what I mean? Because being a musician in church, you see things different.
Yeah, but don't make your kids see what you see. Let them have their own eyes.
Kind of hard not for them to see it because their dad is a fucking musician.
Well, they're not seeing what you see, though. You know what I mean? They're kids.
Yeah, they get it. You know what I mean? Speaking of just kind of growing people, let me get into this first video, and we're gonna have this mother-loving conversation because I'm a little defer on this topic.
What? Because I said, oh shit, kids.
to play victim. The main reason as to why women love to play victim is actually for two reasons. One, to protect their ego. Two, to protect their reputation. Women normally expect men to say nice and kind things to them, even if it's a lie. This is all an ego-boosting tactic to make her feel confident and good about herself. A woman's ego and confidence within herself means almost everything to her. This is why it's very difficult for most women to hear the truth about themselves. Most of the times, if a man ever tries to tell a woman about herself, she will immediately discard his statements, gaslight him, and go into victim mode. This all ties into her reputation because most women feel as if she takes accountability or owns up to her mistake, it will lower her societal value.
Hey, Miss Cat, how are you?
Do you agree with what he had to say?
I had a lot going on back here. What do you think, Miss Cat?
Well, I mean, I'm never gonna be like gung ho for a guy saying that you need to lie to say something nice to a woman. That's one thing he said.
If I tell you the truth, you wouldn't like it, so I have to lie sometimes.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You don't have to say anything. It's better to say nothing than to not be edifying. And if you're with a woman that you can't find anything nice to say about her, there's something wrong with you. Like, you don't have to say, "Oh, you look beautiful today," or "You have a nice outfit on," if you don't think her outfit's nice, but you can say, "You know what? I was thinking about you today," or I'm proud of you today," or "I love your shoes." There's something you can find nice to say about someone you're with. So to hear a man say, "You must lie to a woman to make her feel good," and all that kind of stuff, or even if you don't mean it, that's, I don't know, it's not the right attitude.
A lot of relationships stayed together because of a man just not telling the truth.
Lying. Sure.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say to all you men out there is you don't have to lie. Find something about that woman that you love and hold on to that. Like,
If
you
you told the truth,
didn't get with someone and not like anything about them. Otherwise, why are you with them? Like,
this is why I say it's good when men are transparent instead of vulnerable. You know what I mean? I could tell you, where we're going and how we're going to get there, but I'm not going to tell you how I feel about doing that certain thing. Because if I told you about how I feel
the
about
background is walking around like, I'm just like, no, what I'm,
eyes got big when she see that figure just walking.
yeah, I'm like, who in the world is that?
Spectacular.
So
here's what I'm saying is you always take it to negative, like, oh yeah, men, they can't be vulnerable and they have to lie to a woman to do this and that. Why can't it just be a man is always a gentleman no matter what? Like, what is wrong with that?
Because every time a man tells a woman the truth, majority of the time, it's not going to be what she wants to hear.
No, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
I don't like that dress that you're wearing, but you really like it. And when I've said, no, I don't like it, you're like, I'm going to wear it anyway because it looks nice on me. Then why the fuck even?
Okay, but it's the way you say it. So
it's the
you
way
can get that same thing that you did across to her. Like, if you don't like a dress a woman has on, there's a way to say it. So this is how you can say it. Hey, babe, if she has a green dress on, you can say, babe, I really love that red dress you wore at that event that we went to last time. Can you put that on for me? That I would appreciate that. Do you see how you're saying the same thing, but you don't have to be hurtful about it?
That wasn't hurtful what I said.
No, but I'm saying there's a better way to say I don't like that dress on you. You don't have to say that. You can say, hey, I love this other dress that you have on. Can you wear that for me?
See, that's the woman playing the victim part. That's you using me as the suspect because I made you feel a certain way. You felt that way because you felt that way. I'm just speaking like a man. But obviously I can't speak like a man. I have to speak as if I'm a woman talking to a woman. because that's how a
No,
woman would
I'm
say it.
just giving you an alternate way of making sure you have a good relationship. That's it. It's give and take. Relationships are give and take. It can't be,
Yeah,
well,
I'm
I
not
just
gonna.
want
I'm not.
myself
I'm
and
not gonna.
hurt people along the way. Like that's not really how you should be structuring your life, you know.
I'm not. I'm not saying that I'm gonna go out here and like come back with some weird ass like disease or some shit. No, and nobody's saying that. I'm just saying just these little white lies people like to say. You know what I mean? You can't really. A woman would play that part, what you just did, the victim part. Like, oh, you see how you said that? You that sounds bad. Which meaning, like, if I was to say something like that to her, the woman or my wife, she would be upset on how I said it, not the fact that I was being truthful. You get what I mean? I'm being truthful. I'm telling you the truth on how I feel about it, but obviously that's not good enough because that made you feel a certain way because of the way I said it. Like, well, I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm not gonna fucking.
I just feel like the best way to resolve a problem is to offer a solution. So if something that someone's wearing is a problem, offer a solution or an alternate
And
avenue. Wow,
you are,
that's
you are so
that's the
right.
right way to communicate.
You're right. You are so right. And my solution or my advice would be to be a man. And
Oh my
yes,
God.
Tara, look,
You're
yeah, man.
no, you just said what would be your solution to I don't like that outfit on her. What is a solution to it? Not what is something I can say to be truthful, but
Too much. Take that shit off.
huh? That's
Yes,
not that's but you're not offering a solution. You're saying, "Hey, I want this to happen," but what's an alternative to it?
I'm trying. See, that's the thing. A man could tell another man, "Yo, be this way, do this, da da da," and she will be there from a man who actually in those fields. But for some reason, when a woman is hearing what a man would tell another man, it comes off that's wrong. You get what I mean?
No,
That's when
because
you
I've been
tell a
around
woman.
mature men, and if they don't like something I'm wearing, they know how to say, "Hey, I'm not really feeling that outfit. Why don't you wear this? Or let me see what else you have. What's another option that you can wear?" And then I'm gonna go get him, be like, "Well, which one do you like?" And then he'll say, "Well, wear this one. I like that one." Or try it on. Let me see. And then
But I
that's how
don't.
you do those things.
I just don't understand what I said was wrong when if I said no, I don't like it.
Because you
Oh, you
didn't
like
give another option.
the fuck other option you need? I just you didn't ask me about the option. You said, do you like this dress? Or does this look good on me? I don't like it. I think it's not cool enough. You know what I mean? But for some reason, that's not good enough. I have to give more. You know what I
Well, I
mean?
mean,
But you should,
if you're at the store and she's trying to buy something and you say, I don't like that, that's appropriate. But if you guys are on your way going somewhere and that's what she picked out and you say, I don't like that, and then walk off, that's rude, period. Now, if you're at the store and she's trying on stuff and she says, Hey, do you like this? And you say, No, I don't like it, then I mean, that's why you're at the store to help her pick something out. But it just depends on the situation.
Zyra, what's up, Zyra? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Glad you're on the tribe.
Did you see what Walt
Says,
said? You right,
it's
Kat. As if you look fat in that dress, you look fat in that dress. Oh my God.
Zyra says it's interesting to hear what a man have to say when we aren't
there. Yeah.
Yes, it is. So those are the things. This is just like this is where me and Miss Cat we filter out a bunch of shit, and the tribe is in here, and we are gonna filter out the shit, come to a solution. I believe
coming to that solution.
yeah, we'll come to a solution, right? Because Miss Cat always just like, no, we have to be solution based. Okay, Miss Cat,
Yes.
we're gonna be solution based all day, Miss Zara. We're gonna be solution based, and the solution I'm telling cats is if you have a problem of lying, tell the truth, but be aware of the backlash you may get from that. That's the solution.
What?
Be aware.
If you have a problem with lying.
Yes. If you have a problem with lying, you can't just say, baby, that looks good. Let's get ready to go to the restaurant. Because a man, like, I married you for a reason. I'm with you for a reason. Sometimes what you wear doesn't really, like, you know what I mean? Yes, it may draw something and make me like, ooh, nice, whatever, appealing. But a lot of the times, you look good, babe. Like, the dude is not going to swear. You think this is nice on me? Yeah, it looks cool. You think this no, I don't like it. Oh, I don't like the way you said that to me. Well, I just told you I didn't like it. You asked me. I just
Now,
said
if
I didn't
someone
like
says I didn't like the way you said that, why not say I'm sorry?
it. So you want me to turn into a beta?
Oh God. So a beta is somebody who doesn't act appropriately to a woman. Got it.
Oh, that's the way you took it. I didn't say that. That's the way a woman takes it. You redirected the whole shit. No?
So only betas say I'm sorry.
You're not with them.
Oh God.
You're not with them. You would rather be with an alpha than a beta. You would rather be with the nigga who don't apologize as much than the motherfucker who does. And I'm being straight up. Sounds fucked up, huh?
Yeah, I think a woman, if you offend someone, you should always say you're sorry.
She's an alpha woman.
Yo, you're an alpha woman.
So
She's not. Miss Cat is not an alpha woman.
Not
She's way too submissive for that.
I'm a beta woman. I mean, I don't get it. I'm not a beta or alpha.
Miss Cat got gay. I ain't no beta, bitch. Fuck that.
I'm not
get me.
Though.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm gonna get to the next video, but you know, I get it. Some of the comments are coming in really quick. The solution is, he said, you look better naked and take it off.
Of course, you can't leave to go to your event if you do that.
Ira, congratulations, Ira. Tribe Nation. Yep, that is the solution.
Hey, look, Zara said the solution is
Every woman wishes a guy would say something like that, though.
That's how we're. Look, hey, hold on. You see that? Okay, when dudes do it, women be like, yeah, you're such a creep. You know what I mean?
No, because it's how you do it. Like, it's better than saying, hey, I don't like that outfit. You know what there's a way to do it where it turns a woman on. Like, okay, like, you can't be doing that every day and all the time because that gets kind of boring. But every now and then you gotta catch your woman off guard.
Yeah, you look good. You look good. Yeah. That's how you gotta do it, huh? Very white voice, baby. Yeah. She said, rather hear the truth. That's what I'm saying. She rather hear the truth. She rather go them watery guts. Get up in them watery guts. Zara says, I want keys. I appreciate honesty. Can only make a compliment better. Yes. She's an apology or an opinion. Ooh. Now the word doesn't make it better for me. Damn. Yeah. That's a good one. What you think, Miss Cat?
I don't understand what that means.
Like, because you was like,
no. So I said that if the person says you offended them with your opinion, then you should apologize. If that person lets you know you have offended them, apologize, because you shouldn't be trying to offend anyone that you love.
Right. I got you. You right. Gang, people, we're gonna get right to our next video. Y'all stay right there. Cheer.
Tried cam.
Excuse me, sir. Would you take the food?
Hold on, I'm gonna play this right quick. Then I get that out because that was a really good video, Miss Cat. That's a very, very good video. So I want to play that later. But we'll get
and so what we do as women, being victims in our relationship and blaming our husbands and blaming men, is that we take their behaviors of pulling away because of our emasculating behaviors. And we say, see, look at him. He doesn't pay me attention. He's checked out of the relationship. Or sometimes good men are reactive to our emasculating ways and our walls, and they fight back, and we say, see, look at him, he's angry, he's aggressive, and we put the blame on them. But as soon as we're willing as women to look at ourselves and to drop our walls, to outgrow our emasculating ways,
What do you think, Miss Cat?
Are you guys know who Miles Monroe is?
No.
All right. Well, he's a very, very prolific. He's no longer with us. He's a very, very prolific man who talks to men and women about relationships. And the one thing he said is that women, are you guys listening? Women,
They talking. I'm trying to listen. Go ahead.
Sure. Yeah, got you.
women are incubators. They take what men give them and they multiply it and give it back.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So if you're pouring into
It
her,
makes sense. If I put a baby inside you, you go birth that motherfucker and give him right back.
sperm, if you put
Right back.
sperm inside
Give 'em
you,
right
the baby comes out. If you buy us a house, we bring you a home. If you give us groceries, we make you a meal. So if you bring us chaos and lies and like harm and hurtfulness, we take it, we multiply it and give it back. So whenever
Okay,
a woman is being, whenever a woman is being aggressive or not submissive or all those things, you have to think about what did you pour into her? Because she's only taking what she's given, multiplying it and giving it back. That's how women are designed.
And that's why broke niggas with good dick will always have a bitch. Miss Cat would
Stand up. Let me see.
Miss Cat would enough a decision. Oh, I'm sorry. With enough a discussion with the guy from earlier. Enough of a discussion earlier.
I don't know
Miss
what that
Cat.
means.
We had a discussion with someone earlier. Joaquin says, if I offended you, then toughen up, because the world ain't gonna make a pity for
You see how foolish that is? You're telling a woman to toughen up when you're supposed to be her rock and you're supposed to protect her and you're supposed to be her peace. So if she's fighting you in her own home, how do you expect to have a kind, sweet woman to come home to? Like, you guys really think about what you're saying. I mean, I know it's funny and stuff like that, but I'm on a serious note. Like, what you give a woman, and she's going to give back to you 10 times over.
Miss Cat. You're right, but Miss Cat, I want to tell you, I want to.
What? I can't hear anything he's saying. He's too far away.
All right, so look. What if
He's like, move.
But what if the dude is doing everything he's supposed to be doing, responsibility wise, making the woman feel good, everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's not it, she's just not giving.
Okay. The first thing I would ask you to do is ask her, are you doing everything that you need to do? You need to ask her, because you may assume that you're doing everything you need to do and she's completely satisfied with what you're doing. But the one thing you forgot to ask is her. So once you get that understanding, you say, hey, babe, what is it that you require me? What do you expect? Then she knows you're serious, right? So if you're giving her everything she needs and she wants and she desires after you've asked her, that's a whole nother conversation. Because sometimes men do think that, hey, I'm doing everything. I'm going to work. I come home and all this. And she may only say, well, you don't hug me, or you don't hold me enough, or we don't spend alone time together. And so she's angry doing all this crazy stuff because you're not giving her what she needs. You may think that you're giving her what she needs, but that may not be what she wants.
So I've always said this, and I kind of still believe this. Unless she come out of a low maintenance lifestyle, she's going to require a lot when she gets older. Unless, because majority of females in the inner cities, they require a lot. They need time, they need this, they need that, blah blah blah. You know, but a lot of, and I'm not saying that's all though. I'm not saying that that's not all women, right? But the majority that I've seen, if you know, they just require a lot more. It takes a real. You've seen women who have grown up with you know, with men in their home, so they understand what it's like having a man in the house. So they know what a man, you know what I mean? Okay, he's gonna want to be alone. He's gonna want, because they saw their dad and their mom work it out, blah blah blah, whatever. Right? You got to grant to those too. So, you know, I just really feel like if you are doing those things, fellas, and you're making everything happen and you're doing what you got to do, and then I don't think you're a weak man for that. You know, if she wants to now blame you because she's not getting that time, it's like, how do you want all of that time if I'm working all the time? How does that make sense?
Well, let's make it make sense. Let's make it make sense.
You want a millionaire. You want someone who's really in the game, really valuable, right? Who's paying all the bills, right? But that man's going to require, his life is going to require some things for his time to be appointed to be able to create that type of lifestyle you wanted.
So did you ask her? Did you have a communication with her? That's the main thing that I think a lot of men miss, is that they don't ask the right questions of the woman. You need to have time where you sit down with her and say, what am I doing right now that you appreciate about me? And what am I doing what areas do I need to work on? Why are men too scared to ask those questions?
Because you guys are only going to give answers and be political, and then next week, I wasn't, because I was feeling a certain way, so I said it a certain way, and I felt.
So you'd rather not have that communication and assume.
It will always keep changing. It will always keep changing. That's why it's been proven that, I'm not saying women aren't leaders, but it's been proven that women aren't good leaders. So they'll make a decision and then regret that decision later on in life. We see it happening with multiples of women who are with men, and now there's half of these women are damn near gonna die alone. Now, I'm not saying all women will have that, but you know what I mean? Because they made decisions in their life that dictated what their future is gonna look like, and because they was riding on a certain type of wave, now life has said this, and now they're like, oh shit, I gotta adjust some things. You know what I mean? So those are the things I'm saying. Like, sometimes when women are making decisions, they're making momentary decisions with not looking at the bigger picture of things. Even though the decision may be hurtful, it may harm their situation that they're in. But men have to go through that. We have to go through that. That's why we can make a decision that's really harder for you to make, and we can be like, well, fuck that, we're going to do this. Well, why are you going to do that? That's wrong, and this and this and this and this. I get it, babe, but life is not saying that for promising the future. And I got to make a decision for the future. Well, I don't want to do that, and blase, 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 right? Because at this moment, we're not doing well. At this moment, whatever the situation is, we've seen that happen so many times. And this is a very generalized story, but those are just the points I'm making out on why men should be more stronger in certain decisions and pick wisely with the woman, but understand that women are only going to be able to, their abilities and their capabilities, you know what I mean, is just as great, or if not much more than men. But as far as thriving in life, men grow value, and they tend to grow value. A woman should be able to see that and say, well, I'm going to lock low with this cat and work and build with him, even though I understand he's growing, even though I understand he might don't have it all. You get what I mean? He probably can't pay every bill, and I get it. But we're going to get over that. You know what I mean? Like, and those are the things I think women put in front of their faces, and society tells them that you don't have a worthy man if he can't pay for this. You don't have a worthy man if he can't pay all your bills. And it's like, really?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, most men nowadays can't pay all of your bills because women are living sometimes above their own means. And at the end of the day, if you want a successful relationship and a happy relationship, you have to communicate. You can't just dictate to someone. And you have to make a decision as a man Do I want my woman to love me and adore me and respect me, or do I want her to despise me but just stick around because they have kids with me or because they feel like they can't do better? Like, you as a man have to decide how you want your woman to see you. So if you want a woman who's just with you but she despises you and she doesn't really love you anymore, then don't communicate with her, dictate, and do whatever you want. But if you want a woman who adores you, respects you, and honors you, you have to communicate your decisions. You have to communicate your dreams, your goals, and you have to make sure that she's in line and okay with supporting it. That's a good relationship. It doesn't matter who's making the most money. That's not the issue.
Now, I could be wrong, Miss Cat, when I say this, because you're right. And I could be wrong because I'm about to say something that I've said many times here. And I don't care. I keep repeating myself. The reason why is because some people need to get it thick in their skull. Fellas, I think you should put a ring on a woman's finger who understands and see and love the things that you're into more than you. Why? Because if you're into these things that creates wealth or some type of capitalism and a woman loves that type of deal, then she's going to push you to be more in that. So she's going to push you to be more of your passion. Why? Because she loves that type of passion.
If he has passion and a vision, that's the problem. A lot of guys are ready to settle down but don't have a vision. They're looking for someone to help them or have a vision for them. But a man who has a vision, he's never going to have a problem. A man who has a vision, Biz, is never going to have a problem with a woman following it, because we're built to be a support. We're built to be a helpmate. So if you have a vision and you come at a woman like, look, this is what I'm trying to do, X, Y, and Z, no woman in her right mind is not going to fall in line because you have a vision. It's the men who don't have a vision. That's the problem. That's when women start taking over and doing whatever because they're like, you don't have a vision for us. So what am I going to do? Just sit here and drown with you? No.
It takes a woman to notice a man with a vision. So she even have to grow up knowing that a man has to have a vision. For one, a lot of women don't even know how to pick a man with a vision. So that's, you know what I mean? So we can put it on the man, but a lot of time it's the woman that's letting us fuck. It's you that's letting me insert inside of you. So you're being conquered, right? But I'm the man with no vision, right? So it's like, you know what I mean? Like I just
did. Woman going through that, it takes her listening to someone like this girl right here, me, and them hearing that, because sometimes their moms or grandmothers or friends don't really tell them those things, and sometimes men aren't being told, hey, you have to be a visionary, you have to love and lead with love, not lead as a dictator, because you're never going to have a woman who admires you and loves you and respects you. You'll have a woman with you, but she'll despise you, and that's not a good life.
Same thing we can. Miss Cat, my whole goal sometime with these dick and pussy conversations, relationship conversations, is to open the eye of the woman and the man. For men to find confidence in themselves, to be able to pull out some type of purpose that they feel that their life is worth. And then for women to find a man with the ideals and the purpose that they align with. And love, I don't think, from what the good book says, I don't think a woman should so much love a man. I think she should respect him and honor him for who he is. And, you know, a love is an infatuation thing. And love, if I piss you off, yeah, you may say, yeah, I love him, but it's really a relationship based, and because of the intimacy we built, that's why we can't get away. That's a psychological thing, which has already been proven in neuroscience. When people develop a relationship with each other, it takes them a while for them to separate. Literally.
Well, I don't know if you want to be telling women out here not to love their man, because you're gonna have a whole bunch of men getting played. So I think that
see, that's the thing. See, it's like as if the word love stops women from doing certain shit. I've seen women say they love a nigga and still fuck on a nigga. I've seen women.
No, I'm
respect
saying
the-
you said
hold on. I've
respect
seen
but don't
women
love him.
respect a man. I've seen women respect a man and don't even touch another nigga. Like they won't, because they respect. I respect my vagina so much that only one man will be able to be up inside this. One man. And those are the things that I'm saying, that when a woman can be able to compartmentalize and think that way, then it kind of shows her the value she really have within herself, which is a lot of fucking value. And women don't know, like, y'all don't know how much a man would just, we put our lives down for y'all. Like we'll stop everything we have to do or going on for you. Like, and those are the things that women cannot see and find effective. If you're gonna love anything, love that. The fact that we're willing to stop the world that we're in to make sure that you're okay. Good man.
Well, I know men who don't do that. I'm just being honest. I know men who will stop things when it's convenient for them, but they're not going to stop things for you, you know, like they're just, you know, which is sad, but.
No, it's not. It's just that you have to understand what quality of man you have. You know, and women don't know that. Like I'm not saying women, like, because that's making it seem like all, but I don't want to say all. I would say some women don't know.
You're like 99% of them.
Oh, I don't want to do that. But a lot of women don't see. They kind of see it later. They kind of find themselves liking a certain type of guy. You know what I mean? I've seen women talk about, oh, I would settle. I'm settling for this type of man or whatever. But who's to say your vagina is worth $1 million a year? Who's to say your vagina is worth $1 billion? Nobody can say that. Only the men you're with can make that. So you are valued by the men that you're with. You're literally, if you with $1 billion nigga and you with $100 nigga, that's how you're going to be valued in society. That's why certain women won't even tell a nigga that they with a certain type of nigga, or he has a certain type of job. You know, you don't find women who's married to the trash man. Oh my, yeah, he pick up trash. You know, it's not like given thing. It's not like a given where it's normal, right? More women will be like, oh, my man runs this, or you know, he does this, or he's an entertainer, or he's managed this. There's always these titles, these big titles in a way. You get what I mean? Which shows you that effect, like a valuability, the men's value. That's why if he's the CEO, he's going to have more bitches coming up at him than if he's the custodian. I'm just showing you, like, literally. So Miss Cat, if you're with a man who's a CEO, you don't mean to tell me that there's going to be other females trying to get at or trying to be in that position also?
I mean, look, it doesn't matter what the guy's job title is. I've seen creeps in all areas. I'm just telling you the truth. It's about the character of the man. There's CEOs that are faithful to their women because they love what their woman offers them, and they know that they're not going to from no hoe on the street. And there's custodians who will sleep with every person that gives him a wink. So
I just got some. Okay, I just got
some men are just nasty. It doesn't matter what they do for a living.
Scat, what would you rather choose if you had to choose the lesser evil? A custodian. Wait. I got a different scenario. A custodian who has a cheating record, or a millionaire who tells you when he's going to cheat.
I wouldn't choose either. I'd rather be alone.
There's no third option. There was only two.
That is an option. There's always an option to be alone because there's no peace in either situation. There's no peace in that. That's not a peaceful life. That's not a happy life.
I was trying to let you know that the custodian may not tell you the truth, right? When we're talking about the truth, he might not say shit, but at least the millionaire be like, well, babe, you know, Susie, blah, blah, blah.
I get what you're saying. And look at all these wealthy people who have divorced their husband because at the end of the day, there's no peace in that. You can have all the yachts, the cars, the money. After a while, you've had all these shoes, you've had all these outfits, you've went on all these trips, and at the end of the day, you're miserable. So at the end of the day, if a woman has to choose between a guy who lies and cheats or who tells you up in your face, I'm a dog you, she should choose to be alone because there's no peace in either situation. There's peace when you can come home and you don't have to worry about getting no disease. There's peace when you can come home and know there's no woman going to be in your bed. There's peace.
Lonely.
Huh? Who cares? You
And a woman's
you can find companionship in God, okay? All I'm saying, there's nothing like your peace of mind. There's nothing like it. Who wants to be worried about what they gonna get or what's gonna come next? Like, no, that's not a good life. It's not a good life. And that's why you see rich women getting divorced because they can't take it anymore. It's cute at first. They're going to go on some trips. They're going to get some new outfits. They're going to probably buy a couple houses. But at the end of the day, they're not at peace. Tiger Woods, an example. I mean, almost every rich man has been divorced. They've got, all of them have the same stories. And what did they do? They got divorced.
Zara says, I nearly lost my man because I didn't appreciate or realize he was different. Never had anyone treat me that way, so honest. But for my own good, it's hard to recognize if you've been mistreated before. No price on peace. I get it. I get it. That's what you choose. But if there was the ideal guy, the average woman would choose the millionaire because at least she can cry in a motherfucking Lamborghini than crying in a Honda.
No, what she would do is most women who want
See, that's the thing.
never had anything. Hold on, no, a woman who's never had anything, of course she may choose the millionaire, but in the long run, she's going to have to choose herself because she's going to get so dogged and so disrespected to the point where her self-esteem, her looks, her health, all those things will deteriorate.
Okay, so let's say this. Do you think men are built monogamous?
Godly men are built monogamous.
There's not such thing. There's not a such thing. Do you think?
Yes, there is a such thing.
No, it's not.
I think most men who cheat, most men who cheat do not have. No, they don't have a relationship. They don't have a relationship with God. They don't, because if they did, they would be condemned. They would feel some kind of condemnation.
Miss Cat,
there's people who aren't even religious, people who are just the guys.
Miss Cat, God never got mad at Abraham for having another baby outside of Sarah.
Okay, never. That's a whole nother story. That's not got nothing to do with you and Bozo down the street.
Hey, Abraham,
and you ain't 99, and you wasn't promised no kids. Ain't nothing. God didn't come down and say, "Oh,
hey, did he? Hold on, Miss Cat.
Every God have his own wife, not wives."
Miss Cat, did God bless Abraham with 2 sons?
God blessed David, and he was a hoe.
Hold on, by 2. Did God bless
God
Abraham?
Blessed Solomon, and he was a hoe.
Okay, you get my point.
I'm giving you a whole bunch of examples.
Tripping off of a nigga, right? God tripping off of a nigga. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? She said, I did that married to a very rich white man for 15 years. He cheated and broke my heart. Happier now with the man who I can trust.
Yay. And that's how it works sometimes.
Get it, girl. Get it.
You gotta go through the dirty Kleenex to get the clean one.
She says, Zara says, she is being truthful. I think your choices change as you age.
That's so true. Not only as you age, but as you go through things. As you go through things in life, you start to see, like, you start to evaluate, okay, this is who I dated, this is who I was with, this is how I was treated, this is how I felt. And you start to look at, dang, I dated this guy and he treated me good. He was a little bit boring, but he was a good guy. And you start to realize, like, hey, I got to sometimes like switch up what I think I need to get what is best for me and what's going to be wholesome and fulfill my spirit and fulfill my life. Right. And that's a good mate, not somebody
right. But by the time that and I'm not to mean to cut you off, and I was just thinking this in my head, and I'm so sorry, Miss Cat, to cut you off. But by time, why can't women learn that at an earlier age instead of letting 10 years pass and they're like 32, 33, you know?
I'll tell you why. Because they don't have the right education. They don't have the right parenting, people talking to them and showing them the way. Sometimes you need a father to say, look, before you settle down with anyone, let me meet him. Let me vet him for you. We talked about this a while ago. And if you don't have role models in your life that care enough about your life and your success, you will be led astray with a man who is not right. But if you have people in your circle who can say, hey, I want to lead you and guide you. And for women who are watching, if you don't have someone like that, find someone like that. Even if it's your dad's not in your life or your mother's no good, go to a church, find somebody you respect and you honor, someone who's older than you or has more wisdom than you, and say, hey, I would like you to meet whoever I date and give me your opinion before I get serious, before I have sex with this person, because other people see what you don't see sometimes. That's just
I get you. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Miss
All of
Cat.
us need to do that. Anybody we're dating, we need to show them and have them around people that love us, that we know for a fact love us and want the best for us. That's who we need to have them around. Because they'll tell you like, nah, I'm not feeling that person, or their vibe ain't right.
She said, that's it, Cat. When you look back on contemplate and take accountability on your part, you definitely on a journey and don't want silliness. Yeah. And I'm saying the truth being just, and I'm saying by the time the person notices that, it's like it's already been like there was so much already. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you didn't like there's so many, like the average 30 to 40-year-old woman has more bodies than the average 30 to 40-year-old man.
I don't know if that to be true.
Oh my God! See, you always speaking for yourself.
I don't know, because I don't know if most women have slept with as many women as guys have slept with, or many.
Okay, I tell you this. Okay, I tell you this. Okay, this is how this statement is true. The average 18-year-old boy.
We ain't talking about 18. You said 30 to 40.
No. Yeah, you got to see where I'm going, right? I like to paint these pictures. The average 18-year-old boy has not had sex with a female and most likely a virgin, right? Then the average woman who's 18 has already had 2 to 3 sexual partners.
Well, then the fathers are doing something.
That means by my statement of saying a woman in her 30s to 40s have had more bodies than a man who's in his 30s. That makes that statement true.
What makes me concerned is that where are the fathers to those girls? Like that.
It should be. Hey, hold on. It's not the father that controls that pussy. It's your mama that shows you how to control that pussy.
No. Your father should be saying to you, hey, this is what boys are going to do. This is how boys are going to treat you. You make sure he loves you. Make sure we meet him before you even decide to do something like that with a man. That's what boys should be telling their daughters. That is your job, to protect her.
Miss Cat.
Not the woman. It's the father's job to protect her, to make sure she doesn't get misused.
I want to tell you, there's more homes where the daughter have not listened to her father about when it comes to that vagina than women who have listened to their mother who've told them about that vagina.
Well, both parents should be doing it, but if you have daughters, you should be saying, "Hey, you don't sleep with nobody until I meet him."
How could I show her? Look. Hold on. How could I show her the value of her punani? And I'm a man. How could I show her that? How can I tell her intellectually? Look, this is. I can say, "Hey, don't let." No. I can say, don't let this type of guy insert inside you. I can say, don't let this blah, blah, blah. I can say, protect you. All this is protection. All I can speak is how to protect yourself. Her mother,
that's not all you can say.
I'm just telling you, it's a protect. Even if I give a science mechanism on how your vagina works and my job as a father is to protect that thing. Right? That's our whole premise of
so you should be sitting down having a conversation with her.
A mother would show her.
Stop trying to pass the buck off. You are the protector.
No, I'm not passing, but I'm telling you that a mom would say, hey, babe, your vagina is the nucleus of this planet.
No, you don't know that her mom's even saying that. That's a whole other conversation that the mom and dad have to have, because the mom may be saying, oh yeah, do it, girl, practice.
I'm just trying to let you know. It matters when I'm end up going. It matters. It matters when a mom is able to show her that valuability, right? Of this is what your JJ is, you know what I mean? So those are things I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, you know. I understand that.
Because I'm sorry, a mom can say stuff to the kid. I get it, but the father, trust me, as a woman, when your dad says to you, hey, these dudes are going to do this, they're going to say these things, they're going to be like this. Promise me before you lay down with anyone, you let me meet this person. I want to get to know him, blah, blah, blah. When you instill that in your daughter's head, even if she's messing around with a boy or whatever, she's going to remember, well, my dad said that I should at least do this. If she respects her dad and loves her dad, she's going to listen, because a lot of kids listen to their dads over their moms.
Miss Cat, if she respects her dad wouldn't even have to say that. She's going to bring the boy.
You are assuming that women understand things that aren't said. You have to communicate with them.
Miss Cat, I'm telling you, I've had it happen to me. Like, you know, my ex chick. Like, I met, like, even my wife. Like, I met her people. Like, it wasn't conversations because she respected me to meet. You get what I mean? Like, it wasn't something that her stepfather told her. It was just like,
not all women are like that. And not all women understand nonverbal communication. Most women do not get nonverbal communication. And that's why men and women go like this, because men go, well, she should understand. She should know what I meant. And women are saying, why didn't you say that to me? Why didn't you tell me? So you have a little girl that's raising up saying, why didn't you tell me this, Dad? So talk to your daughters. That's it. Talk to them and your sons, really. But no one wants to talk to sons. You need to talk to your sons and your daughters and tell them, hey, your stuff, what you have is a prize, and don't give it to just anybody. Even your sons need to be having those conversations. Don't let a girl misuse you. Don't let a girl trap you. Don't let a girl, you know.
Miss Gabby says, my dad never had the conversation with me. My mom talked to me about that and how she would whoop my ass if I did something.
If you get hit, she beat that ass. You better not get hit.
It's a different effect when it's coming from you.
I'm saying both parents need to be having those conversations. It's not one parent's job to do that. And your mom is never going to protect you when you come home and say, hey, I'm having a kid. It's going to be your dad. So, but your mom can, like, a mom shows her son love, compassion, beauty, you know, right? And when he meets a woman, he would expect her to have love, compassion. That's, you know what I mean? That sensitivity, unless she was raised by a mom who have that same qualities. So your mom teach you the ways of how to maneuver certain things. It takes two to tango. I get you. You're right. It does take two to tango. But on this type of issue, when it comes to telling your teenage person, like, yo, at this point in life, you can have a fucking child. No, you know what I mean? Before they become teenagers, because these kids are knowing stuff way earlier than.
Yes, you're right. Absolutely. But the whole point is, we know the demographic. I was 16 when I got a chick pregnant. So I understand that's why I could speak on it like that. Like if her mom or her foster mom would have told her, and you know what I mean? They would have said, yo, the first time.
Had they talked to you and told you don't touch my daughter or we gonna kill you type of thing, you probably would have waited.
Nah. Hell no. I would have beat the dog shit out of everybody. Hell no. I got hands. Hey, Miss Cat, I got hands. I had a very anger issue problem, Miss Cat. So I've beaten the shit out of a lot of shit. But that wasn't my goal. Right. So they knew I had a problem with fighting. So her dad, she never had fathers or an uncle around to like say, yo, treat my niece right.
I know. It happens a lot.
But I did that because I grew up that way, right? My great grandfather would tell me, yo, don't, you know what I mean? If you have to put your hands on her, or if you can see yourself putting your hands on her, don't be with her. Get out the room, leave, go somewhere else. You can never control a woman. So I always knew that. These are things my great grandfather like instilled in me. You know what I mean? You can never control a woman, so don't ever try to do it. You know what I mean? She gonna do what she want to do, period. I'm like, cool. So I ain't never had no fucking insecurity.
That is one of the things that's wrong with our culture is like men don't realize like being a man is not just, oh, do what I say, but it's also leading your village in all areas, not just in the areas that are comfortable for you. So for all you men out there listening, if you have daughters and they're like 9, 10, 11 years old, have a lunch with them and talk to them about their bodies and how precious it is and how special they are, and let them know that they should wait.
Look, check this out. See, this is why this is great. You know why, Miss Cat? Because and it just hit me. I remember a conversation that my wife had. Look, I remember a conversation my wife had with my oldest child, right? And they were talking about the baby thing. My wife said, you want to sit in 18 hours of labor? You want your stomach to whoop? You want your hands to go through all of this? You want to go through this? You're not ready for that. And if you were ready for that, you ain't even built for that yet. You know what I mean? And my daughter, she wasn't talking to her about it, but she was just giving her what it was like because my daughter was asking. And she was just giving her, what it was like being in that position and going through all of that. And blah, blah, blah. My daughter was like, no, I am not even nowhere trying to. I couldn't tell my daughter that type of intellect. There was a C-section. They ripped her in the bottom and she got a scar. And you know what I mean? Like my wife was able to tell her, yo, this is what it's like vividly, So I get you. Yeah, it takes a man to blase, but I would have never been able to have a conversation with my daughter about being in labor, going through a C-section.
Well, yeah, not labor. You have to have the conversation about how men are and how men think and what they want from her. And they don't want to put a ring on her finger at this time. So why would you devalue yourself? Why would you look at that pain for someone who's not willing to put a ring on your finger? Like, why wouldn't you have that conversation with your daughter so that your daughter doesn't end up being a hoe or whatever you want to say, the neighborhood chick on the block, or like you should.
Before we get to that point, Miss Cat, she needs to know what it's like going through that shit. So she, like you said, at 10, 11, right? You were saying that, right? Like at that age, growing up, because of the world that we live in now, you got to teach them earlier, right? Just going through that, and for a curious mind of a girl talking to her mom about what it's like having babies or whatever the case may be, that experience a man would never be able to give to his daughter, right? That experience alone killed off 50% of going through some bullshit. Now now listen, yes, I'd be like, yeah, dudes are this and they're like this, and you want to watch out for this. And we was having a conversation earlier today. Me and my daughter was having one about tall women, and why tall women aren't as attractive, or as short women or mid-sized women. You get what I mean? Because men are more prone to be with women of their height or shorter. You get what I mean? Like a woman, like a guy who's taller than them. You get what I mean? So it was that whole like conversation we was having, and it wasn't just one-sided. I kept it equal. I mean, I want her to see both sides. I don't want her to just see, well, women got to be this, and I mean, like no. The dude got to be you know what I mean, open and, you know, welcoming and heartfelt and like, so there's other things, but the whole point is that I can give her those protective conversations to watch out for a warning sign, whatever. Her mom can give her what it's like being with them and what a woman is going to go through. What are you going to feel? You want to have your time. I don't know what that shit is like being a woman in a relationship. I know what it's like being a man in a relationship or in an interracial relationship. So I know what that's like. But from a woman's perspective, you know, that gives my daughter a sense of, okay, I don't want to do this until I'm 25. You know, I don't want to get married until you know what I mean? So she's not even, so all that whole sex and blah, that's just out the picture. She's just, you know what I mean? She's on about getting her grades. She want to get good accolades. She want to go to college, get great accolades in college, right? Have a name for herself. So that way, when you do meet someone, they're in the same line of work and they have a name for themselves. So now your family on the leg.
The likeliness of that happening is slim, but because everybody's not going to be at the same level. I'm not saying women shouldn't talk to their daughters. I'm just telling men that you need to take the lead in that. The woman should support you, and before you have that conversation, you need to speak to the mom to make sure you guys are bringing a universal idea, because you don't want your wife or baby's mom to be telling your daughter, oh yeah, you can do it when you're 16, and you're telling her wait till she's married. Like, you guys need to be on the same page with that kind of stuff so that that kid is not getting mixed signals and mixed stories and mixed plans for their life. Like, those are things that people don't talk about before they have children, and they should. You know, hey, what are we going to do about this? How do we feel about this? What are we going to talk to them about? And should we do it together or separately? Those are things that you should talk about before you even have children, to make sure that you guys have the same goals and values that you want to instill in your children.
And that's facts. That is so facts, Ms. Scott. And before we go, I wanted to, I just had it. I wanted to say that if your man cheated one time, you ain't got to get rid of him. All right, Ms. Cat?
What?
If the man cheated one time, you don't got to get rid of him. All right?
Okay. If your man cheated and you're dating him, girls, if he can't stay faithful to you for a year, the chance of him staying faithful to you for 20 is very slim. Know that.
Wow.
So
are you serious? You gonna let a legacy go because of
that? Ain't no legacy. If you're dating a guy and he's not faithful to you for 1 year, why would he be faithful to you for 20?
Okay, Miss Cat, y'all together.
Humor me for a couple years. Jesus.
Okay, I want Miss Cat, y'all together. Y'all got married. Y'all been together for about 4-5 years.
That's different. Marriage is different. I'm talking about women who are not married. If he can't be faithful to you, you're not married to him, do not marry him.
Okay, y'all about to get married. Y'all fiance and shit, whatever that shit is.
He on you?
Yeah, he cheated. Y'all, but y'all was together for like 5 years and then got engaged, and then you find out he cheated. Is that enough to get rid of him? But he didn't cheat. He didn't cheat on you during your engagement. It was like a year or two before all of that shit.
What? What did he say? Go back to his baby mama. What do y'all looking at?
He said you were the same person that told him to go back with his baby mama.
Well, because he was married and he has kids. Those are different stakes.
And she pregnant right now.
By somebody else?
Not by me.
Well, but is she married?
I meant no.
Well, I mean, when we talked about this a year ago, you did not say she was pregnant, first of all. So let's be clear. And
let me hit you with this though. Me and her was married though when we had my daughter.
I know, but I'm saying when we talked about this the last time, I was talking to you guys about reconciliation because you were married and you could work it out. There's no reason why you can't separate for a while and come back together. Like, get counseling, work through the problems, and work it out.
You telling me I should get counseling, then go back to her with the baby?
Well, My thing is, if she has another baby by somebody, she's letting you know she doesn't want to be back with you. Like, right? I mean,
Great.
okay,
I'm
that's
not trying to be with her though. I think that's a lie because it's not necessary. I believe it just be like shit happens.
That's fucked up.
no. See, I don't know the situation. I don't know if she's like, "Oops, this happened," or she's like, "Oh, I love this guy, and we're gonna be a family." I don't know that.
I got another daughter. I got another daughter.
After y'all got married, I mean, after you guys divorced.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Absolutely.
then how come you throwing her up under the bus like she done did something you didn't do?
What are you talking about?
You was like, she got another daughter. How am I gonna go back to that? Like you was making it like you only had a kid with her and you ain't been with nobody else and you just kind of chilling.
Come on.
So both of you guys, what you're saying is both of you guys got into rebound relationships. Is that what you're saying?
Same, yeah. Pretty much you can say that.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so then if that's the case, Tone, then you guys are both equal. So you can't say, "Oh, she got another dude." Well, you got another. So you're both equal.
No, that's not what I was. I said you the same person that told me that I should get back with my ex-wife, and I said, and she got a baby on the way.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me that when we were talking about this like a year ago.
That's why I just found this out.
Exactly, because we talked about this like a year ago, and I said, "Look, you need to work that out." Like, but you didn't work it out, so now you got. See what I'm saying? You should have worked it out.
Yeah. So what?
I know. I said, when back then, you should have worked it out when we were talking about it, because like those are things that, especially before it got to now, is complicated, right? Like you can always work stuff like that out if you desire to.
My daughter, that's it.
Do you know what you
So people, Miss Cat, you've I had a conversation earlier before I go. We had a conversation earlier with some other people, and they was talking about, some things or whatever. And I thought, like, you know what, man, I think me and Miss Cat would chew that out. I think we'd be good conversation. You know what I mean? And to end it on a good note, Miss Cat, I just want to show you how much we value things in life, our culture and other cultures. Show you the difference. It's kind of crazy.
Excuse me, sir. Would you take the food or would you take an iPhone?
I'll take an iPhone.
All right, go ahead and grab it. All right, man. God bless you. Excuse me, sir. I am so sorry to bother you. Would you take the iPhone or would you take some food?
Man, if I could really get some food, I haven't eaten in like a minute.
Really? Go ahead and close this so the food doesn't get cold. Go ahead and close this for me. Let me ask you something. Why would you not take the iPhone? The iPhone is worth way more than the food.
Man, I live outside. There's no electricity, man. So.
Wait, say that again?
No electricity. How would I charge it?
How? Oh, wow. Okay. Where do you live around?
Pretty much anywhere.
So you're living on the street?
Yeah, you're like in my bedroom right now.
This is your bedroom. Wow, I'm not trying to make fun of you.
No.
But okay, so that's okay. This is your bike.
Yeah.
All right.
I wanted to show that, to show you how much we value shit. That was the most fucked up thing I ever seen in my life, in a sense. I can add that to one of the most fucked up things. And the reason why is because of how,
I just thought it was interesting because, like, you see how people value different things. Like,
nah, man. You're homeless. What the fuck you need with the fucking phone?
Like, you're probably gonna sell it for money. That's what I was thinking. He's gonna get that and then get money for it.
Did you see the food though?
He couldn't make money off food. That's what he was thinking. That's what I would be thinking.
He wasn't hungry. Then he wasn't hungry. So niggas be out here like, oh yeah, I'm hungry. I'm trying to make it work. You don't want no food, nigga. You want a handout. You want the product that's already making money so you can take it and go get it for some shit. Yeah, I got this. Hey, I got this. $40, my nigga. Could have come up on 50 racks.
I've had that happen though, where people are like, "Oh man, I'm really hungry. Could you just spare a couple dollars?" And I'm like, "You are hungry?" And I'm like, "I'll go get you something to eat. You stay right here." And I went and got them something. They were gone. I came back, they was gone. I was like, what?
But I'm just saying, like, it just, you right too. I'm just saying it's fucked up. It's really fucked up how we value shit and how we look at things. You know what I mean? Like the skin tone people. You know what I mean? How we look at shit, and we don't see value. I don't know, man. We just don't see value in just eating. Like we all can eat. Like we all can sit here and eat. Like we all can have fun and eat. But everybody wants something that they can sell and make their little money on this because you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I got this. I came up on this. We always want to come up with some shit instead of not like understanding like there's more value in just sitting down and having a plate, and then to see like, you know, if you really hungry and a nigga hand you a plate, it could be $1 million on that plate. But niggas want to see if you really hungry, but you willing to choose. I don't know, man.
You willing to choose getting that Apple iPhone or whatever so you can get 5 more meals.
When you get out of the house to eat all your meals in. You know what I mean? The mindset. I don't know.
Yeah, but the chances of, here's the thing though, and realistically, the chances of someone giving you a thing full of money is not likely, you know what I'm saying? So like if you look at like, okay, the value of it, like, okay, he probably got some leftover burger that he ate off of, or I can get this brand new iPhone that I can pawn.
No, stop the whole show. Before we go, I want to show y'all IQ. This is real cold ass IQ on the spot, Miss Cat. The fact that a motherfucker has to take in his brain and say, hold on, he has an iPhone out here and he has a plate of food. Why is the plate of food? You get it, like, huh?
But the plate of food is of less value at that moment.
No, it looked less value. It looked less value. He probably got, that plate was probably like $5 or $10, and a styrofoam plate too. You know what I mean? Like $1.50 probably got that. Who knows where he got that food from? I get that shit every day at the little mini mart. You know, when they go to the little homeless food shelter, or whatever, they get that shit every day, right? In his brain, right? We look at, but just take that in our everyday sense. We don't value things like that. We think when a person comes to us with something that's crazy look valuable and a plate of food, and say like, you know what, fuck it, I don't want the phone. What the fuck I'm gonna do with the phone? Give me the plate of food, right? You can save it for later, whatever. Open to find out it's 50 racks in that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Just the choices we make on life is just like, you know, it shapes our future. That's what I'm saying. One man would stay in this position, another man would rise from his position. That's the part I'm like, you know, that's the crazy part. And we were in the same universe. That's it. You know what I mean? And people like, oh man, I don't think it's right for him to play with their brain like that. I think he was practicing some mental illness, trying to throw him off. That's the whole fucking point. 50 racks, you gotta work for it, motherfucker. You know what I mean? You gotta work for something in life. So it's just not gonna come easy to you. It's gonna come disguised as something else. You know what I mean? But people don't see the value in that. That's what I'm saying. We don't just look at, if we're hungry right now, I'm hungry. I want things to change. And we don't look at it like that. We say, well, give me that because I can make more money on that one time. Right? But you have to plate of food. You know what I mean? Think about it. Why would a person be out here giving a plate of food and an iPhone? Obviously, there's something in that plate. That's the point I'm saying. Like, nobody can, you know what I mean? Something in that plate. Why would you be giving that's the first thing would have hit my brain. Why would you be giving an iPhone and a plate of food?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's in the food?
You're trying to trick
that's
me.
the shit that would fuck me up. So that's my whole point, was like, damn, we so responsive with our decisions. We you know what I mean? We so quick with them. We don't stop and just analyze this shit. You know what I mean? And really look at life and like analyze our future and shit. Because the decision we make today shapes your fucking tomorrow. And that's and people don't see that, man. Work on that shit now. Anyway, Miss Cat, any last words before we head up out here? I just want to give a little solution, motivation bomb on that.
Yeah, that was like a great thing to say. The decisions we make today will affect our tomorrow. So make sure you make the right decisions, you guys. Because it's gonna affect you. for the good or the bad. So we hope you make the right decision. I love you, and we will see you next week.
Yes, people. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Really appreciate y'all. I gotta go. All right, Miss Cat. Thank you so much, Miss Cat. Already, gang. You already know Tribe Nation. Cheer. I gotta go.
You gotta go back to work. You did your shit real quick. Yeah.
We in the trap. Oh shit. Like a mug. Yeah. We in the trap.
What's up, fool? Some cool shit.
Make shit plain. Make it rain. We in the trap.
Come on. What'd you say? Where we at?
We in the trap. Like a motherfucker. Let it bang, bang.